Hi everyone, it's Michelle from Scrap Secrets and welcome to another haul video and a little catch up. I'll show you a couple of things that I've been working on and some of the things that I got recently. So I went to Target yesterday because they had an additional either 5 or 10% off of the items that were the Up and Up brand for back to school. So I got these this box of chalk. These have 32 in there, 16 white and 16 colored, and it says it's a variety of colors. So there's the colors that I got. So pretty. I can't wait to use them. I'll probably have a color for each of my buyers and then a color for each of my clients. Well, probably ridiculous, but something like that. I'll probably have some kind of color system. And I'll use those with my chalkboard upstairs in my office. I was using the chalk markers, that they have a little bit of sparkle to them. These are the metallic ones, and it was leaving a little bit of residue behind on my chalkboard. I think it's because I wasn't washing the whole thing. I was just kind of wiping it off. I put a lot of to-do things on there, and I think that's what it was. So I think that once my board is completely erased and I go back over it and really wash it, it'll be fine. But I did use these for another project, which I'll show you in a minute. But I want to show you what I got when I went to at the rest at Target. I went because I'm donating to this charity called Angels of God. They are doing a back to school event where they're hoping to provide 400 new pairs of shoes, backpacks, and school supplies to kids in need in the South Jersey area. So I think there's already a waiting list for this event, so they were really asking for shoes. They were hoping that people would be able to donate. So I had gone to Kohl's and I had a 30% off coupon, and I had Kohl's Cash, and I also had some of the rewards bucks. So I went and I bought a pair of sneakers. I think they were $30 on sale, and then the 30% off of that. So it turned out to not be too bad. So I got them for the charity, and hopefully they'll be in an okay size. They just said size ranges from preschool to high school. So I kind of got something for somewhere in the middle, probably late elementary to early middle school kind of size. So hopefully they like them, and I will bring those over with some school supplies that I picked up at Target. But of course, while I was there, I had to look for stuff for myself, and I happened to run into the clearance aisles. I was looking for the gel crayons that Target has, and my Target didn't have them. So I'm wondering, I'm going to check the other Target. But I did find this American Crafts Dots and Stripes paper, and it was $2.96 marked down from $6, $5.99. So the clearance as is. So I just thought those were cute. I can use them for cards. And then I found these Stettler pens, and these are really, really thin. They are 0.3 millimeters. And they had one pack in the clearance section, and the rest were hanging up. So I thought, oh, I wonder if they're all on clearance. So I brought two up, and I had checked out one of them in the little price check things that they have in the store, and it came up as item not found. So I think they were trying to get rid of them, but they just didn't have them all on the end cap. So anyway, I paid $5.86 for these 10. So I didn't think that was too bad. But I will show you. And if you look, the case can actually stand up like this on your desk. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then here is the marker. The tip is super, super fine. And it's actually not a barrel. It's more like a triangle, not a circle. So I think that these might be good in art journaling. I don't know if they fit in the Cricut. I'll have to check on that. But if they do, I will definitely let you guys know, for those of you that have the Cricut Explorer. And speaking of the Cricut Explorer, these pens work fantastic in there, and I think these were an additional 20% off. There was a coupon and cartwheel. So I have a bunch of the black ones, and now the sun is going in, so my lighting is going to be terrible. But it is a purple, green, red, blue, and black pen. So these are the extra fine 0.5 millimeter, and I think these were an additional 20% off, so they were like $6 something, I think. So not bad for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these pens. They were really, really nice. And I have some wedding invitations that I'm going to be doing sometime soon. So bought those. That was everything that I bought at Target. I also went to Hobby Lobby last night. My best friend and I went out to dinner and we went to see a movie because her kids and her husband are away for a little bit, and she didn't know what to do with herself because she's usually running around with the kids. So we actually got to go out and actually talk and not have to worry about the kids and talk about kids, because that's usually what we end up going out and talking about. So we went to dinner, and of course we went to a place that was by Hobby Lobby, so I had to go to Hobby Lobby. And I got another set of sparkle pens, and these ones are Red Berry, Holly Leaf, and Starry Sky. So I thought, for some Christmas stuff coming up, I'm loving the way that these come out. I like these better than the Stella, Wink of Luna, Wink of Stella pen. I just have the Wink of Stella, not the Wink of Luna, but I like these better than the Wink of Stella pens. So they are $17. I used the 40% off coupon, so they're 10 something. They're still a little bit expensive, but I really do like them. And this is the third set that I have, and I think there are, let's say, 6 sets of them. So it was between this and the gold, silver, and black. So that's the one I'll probably get next time. What I didn't realize with Hobby Lobby is, if you ever notice, they only usually have 1 or 2 of things, especially over in this section, and there's no inventory in the back. I was talking to one of the cashiers, and she said the day that's truck night, which I think is Wednesdays, at least for mine, they have to stay until the truck is finished being packed out, and that's it. There's nothing that is in the back room. They don't have any excess inventory. So if it's not on the shelf, they don't have it. So I thought that was pretty interesting because it's definitely a different way than most craft stores are run. So I found that very interesting. If you guys didn't know, I don't know if you'll find that interesting too, or I'm just a dork and I kind of found that interesting. But anyway, bought this. And then I wanted to show you a couple projects that I've been working on. So I bought this from Michael's a while ago, and it says it's $15. I'm sure that I paid a heck of a lot less than this. I think I might have paid $5 or $6 for it. Might have been in the clearance section. So I had this sitting up on my counter from my kitchen to my living room, and it was blank. And I was trying to figure out what to do to decorate it, and I couldn't find anything. So I went on Pinterest. And I didn't want to put vinyl on it at first. I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like with some of the chalk markers. So what I did was I used my Cricut to create a stencil. At first I went on Pinterest and I tried to figure out what I wanted to say. I found a couple of really cute designs that I liked, and then I designed it on Design Space because they didn't have this one. So I used just some plain craft cardstock, and I cut the bicycle out. And then here is the negative piece. So you'll notice the middle of the O, the A's, and the E's are not in here. So kind of just drew that in myself. But the first thing that I did was I took the silver chalk marker, because I used every one of these except the green one. I outlined the bike with this. I cut it down to just a little bit smaller than the size of the actual chalkboard piece to it. Did the silver part of the stencil first, and then I came in, and there are these pieces here that obviously were not able to be traced on here. So I put the bike back into this and then traced those pieces, and then did the letters and the ampersand. And then I went back in and colored in the handle, the bike seat, and the pedals with the pink. So I thought that it came out pretty good for my first attempt. I'll probably change it up in a little while, but I just thought that it would be something neat to do for, just to change it up every once in a while, and I thought the quote was cute. So that's one of the projects that I worked on. And then if you guys follow MFT at all, they had a Camp Create last week, and I was trying to keep up and trying to do some of the stuff, and one of the thing was called I think it's Magnificent Monochromatic or something like that. And they were all alliterations, so whatever the technique was, the same first letter of that was incorporated into the title of the videos. So one of them was monochromatic projects. So I did this background, and I believe the stamp set is Party Time. It's just a bunch of like wonky circles. So I pulled out all of my purple inks, whether they be Distress, Hero Arts, MFT. So let's see if I have them over here. I'll show you the inks that I used. I think I used most of them. They're stuck in here. Oops. So I know I used this one. This is the Pure Plum. This was a new one that I just got, and this is Purple Rain. Also a new one I got, Boysenberry. I don't think I used this Passion Flower one. I definitely used Grape Juice. That's the darkest purple. And then I definitely did not use this one, the Grape Jelly. But I used these to create the background, and then I used some Distress ink to go back over it. I used my purples, which I think are still on my desk over there, with the mini ink blending tool. And then I went back in with the glitter glue that I had that was purple and just went through and made dots. So, and then I kind of just left a little bit of white space. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. If you saw my Instagram, I did do a no-line coloring bunny all in purple. So I don't like the way that it looks on the background. I'm not crazy about the way that it came out. It was the first attempt at it, and I liked it at first, and then I looked at it, and I don't know. I'm back and forth. I was trying to figure out if that's what I wanted to do for my one niece for her birthday card, but I don't love it, so I don't know. Anyway, so that was, this will be turned into a card base. Oh yes, and also I put some of the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens on this. So you can see it on this one right here. You can see the sparkle. Yep, and the big purple one down at the bottom. You can see the little bit of sparkle. But yeah, so I did that. I went over it with the light purple pen that I have, and it didn't change the color of the circle. It just added a little bit of sparkle to it. So love that. And now for my project fail. So I always show the good things that I did, and a lot of times I don't show the failures, which there are many. So I was following Jennifer McGuire's tips and techniques to do this decorated gatefold card. And somehow, I don't know whether I didn't use the proper kind of die, and I think it was that, because I think I used something that was not a border die, but it was a fail in terms of following her directions. As far as it being a fail overall, I don't think it is, but I'll show you. So this is the card, and it's actually supposed to be, see, this piece and this piece are supposed to be closer together. It's not actually supposed to have a gap in the middle like this. So this piece here was actually, this piece that I glued down here was actually the piece that goes into this. So what I did, or is it this piece? I think it might have been the other side of this piece. So I just used some distressed ink and inked it up in the reverse of the little flap that I did here. I just did a couple of balloons from that balloon stencil that I got from My Favorite Things. This Let's Celebrate is a stamp from another My Favorite Things one. It's like Rounded Sentiments or something like that. And then I used this blue to green ombre ink, and this one is Tide Pool to Navy, because I thought that it went nicely with that. And then I liked the curve of it. I used a white, at first I used a white gel pen, but it wasn't coming out really good, so I used a white marker that I have from, I think it's American Crafts, and just did the highlights on the balloons. And I thought they came out pretty good. And then the inside, it stamped Have a Very Happy Birthday, and I used that same Hero Arts ombre ink. So I just think that it has kind of a cool design, because it has this little thing, you fold it over like this and has the double waves for it. You can glue this down and then just have this piece flopping open like this, but I kind of liked it both here. So it is a fail in some sense, but not completely a fail overall, where I would be okay sending this to somebody. It just didn't turn out the way that I I expected it to. So I think it's because I used a full die and not a border die, so both sides cut off of it, and I think that's what it was. So I will attempt to do that again. I have some cloud dies, I have some other things, and I honestly think it's just because it was not a border die. But if you look at the back, you can clearly see the impression of that, which is why I kind of covered it up with this, because you could really see it on here. I used the, what the heck is it called? The Genius platform. I can't believe I couldn't think of that. And I think what I might do next time is use the embossing one and see, and put maybe like 1 or 2 shims in there and see if that does it, and that way it won't almost cut through, because I felt like it almost cut through the back of this when I did it, and again, which is why it's a good thing that this is here, because it reinforces it and holds it all together. So, okay, this is a little bit of a long video, but to show my haul and the projects, but I wanted you guys to see what I was up to. I am also working on shirts for my niece's birthday, because it's next week, and they're making a banner for them, like a little photo drop banner, so I'm so excited, and I'm also making a surprise thing for the guests. I think my sister's the only one that knows about it right now, so excited. I will show you guys when I'm done. I'll make the video before the party, and I'll post it afterwards so that nobody gets a sneak peek of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. If you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and you will see more projects, lots more haul videos, because I never stop shopping. And hopefully I will be doing some process videos sometime soon. So again, I will see you guys again real soon. Bye!